And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. To begin the drive, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get that for a sack. Fletcher Cox, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing. But they watch the film as well, so they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Pickett back to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that third down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, defense, great ability to finish the catch.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
On the go.
Throwing is Hurts. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. The Eagles sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pickett sets up play action. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And the heat off the edge. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Anyone who wants Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level. Pickett going to keep it himself. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And he's got some space here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
On first down, it's Snell again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Pickett will look to pass it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Eagles 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at at the line. This Philly offense set to go. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
It's a gain of 34, so that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Down to about the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw towards the end zone for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Pickett looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now, Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Looking to throw, Pickett. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. Open man. That's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw, Pickett. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye game the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out. That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
We got this.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. That second down play, that's a -4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Hurts sets up to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On second down, this is Harris. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
Let's go now.
Second half will start with a run by Sanders. He'll get this down to the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Up the middle they go with Sanders, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Pickett. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced them to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. Pickens on the slant. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go.
They'll throw again with Pickett. He'll let it fly for Austin. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Hurts to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing is Hurts. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On first down, Hurts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. They'll set up to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw a football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he is swallowed at the line of scrimmage. Maybe half-yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big 3rd down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And this is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
A very solid gain of 27.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas. It looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammate.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky.
Johnson on poke 3, football's out, and it's picked up by the Eagles, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Let's go now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon.
And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well,
this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Yeah, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Steelers, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.